It's a very interesting piece. Can you tell me anything about it?
Well, it was given to me by my grandmother shortly before she died.
Well, you can see by the marking just here on the underside that it could date back as early as 1903.
Oh, OK.
Have you any idea what it's worth?
Not at all. That's why I'm here.
Well, if I were you and I were looking to insure a piece such as this, I would insure it for anywhere between £90 and £100.
Well, thank you. That's amazing.
It's Big Brother's Big Mouth. Big Brother's Big Mouth. I'm James Corden.
And I'm Matt Horn.
Joining us tonight is the woman who gets me up for a game on Saturday. It's Soccer AM host Helen Chamberlain.
And the man who makes Fabman and Dobbin look like regular guys. It's fashion guru, nay God, John Scott.
And also with us tonight, it's every one of my friends from Facebook. They've been poking each other all day. It's the Big Mouth audience.
We'll be hearing from them later.
Remember, Big Mouth is your show to phone us, text us, send us your thoughts, feelings or homemade videos to the website.
So, the housemates have spent their first weekend getting to know each other better, and it seems Amelia is liking what she sees. Roll or run the VT.
Amelia. I think she'd flirt with everybody in the house, really.
I was a whore all day.
But you're a whore all the time, so it doesn't matter.
No, I'm not. Don't say that.
Conquest. Now you know who made the conquest. She with all the female dialect.
You're my favourite too.
And finally made a conquest.
Don't be scared of me.
I think Amelia likes Jeremy.
You're so sweet. You make me laugh.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Who would you say you're closest to in the house?
Oh. Don't be shy. Jeremy.
The seduction is taking place.
I never touched such a pretty girl.
But I feel like Jeremy, he's like more nice to me, actually.
The hunter became the prey.
Wow, what about that? Now, we've called this discussion A Million Love Songs. Yes. You like that? Yes! Yeah. Helen, a joy to have you in the studio. Amelia's caused a bit of a stir. What do you think about all that? What do you think?
She was one of my favourites, her and her brother, the twirling fart knockers, I like to call them.
It's a professional name that we don't need to know about.
Yeah. Stolen from Beavis and Butthead, though, Mr and Mrs Bumholio and the twirling fart knockers. Don't you remember that episode? But I think they're great. They really are good fun, and I think she's just getting into the spirit of things. I like her.
OK. Scott, what are we saying?
I think she's a slut.
Oh, God. Oh, God. We're literally a minute in and she's been called a slut.
But then if I
It's a little harsh.
If I could do that with my leg, I think I would be as well.
Also,
You have got to stop.
If it was one of the boys doing it, he'd be a stud. Just because it's one of the girls,
But
she's a slut.
I mean, she's not doing that much wrong. She's having
she's
a little
not.
flirt.
No, there's nothing wrong with.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being a
She's
slut.
just... Oh, is there not?
No.
Maybe you should have said that before.
Yes, but I'm
because-
just stating the obvious. That's all.
Really? What do we think out there, Matt?
OK, guys, what do we think?
She wants to have a harem of them, all the guys to be fawning over her. But I think that, you know, Anthony needs to put his gloves on because I think he's got Nathan and Jeremy to fight off.
They all want to know. They all want to know, and I don't blame them. She's a stunning-looking girl, and to add to that, she's very talented. She's sexy, and so what? She's flirting. Doesn't make her a slag.
But there's one good thing about her, and that's her eviction date.
Whoa! Whoa! Why don't you like her?
How can you like that? Come on, be honest. It's like
what?
She honestly, what's going on with the accent and the
well
monotone? She looks like the lady from The Ring. Like that.
But she's spicing things up quite early on.
Hot. Oh man, I would like to say she is hot. First of all, she is hot.
All right?
No, she isn't.
Secondly, she's just being friendly, okay? She's just being friendly, guys, all right?
I mean,
what are we saying back there?
What are we saying back here? Is she flirting too much?
She
is that what you're saying?
too much.
Really?
What she is an attention seeker.
Oh, thank you! Isn't that a bit obvious from the job that she does that she might seek attention a little?
But if she wasn't flirting, there wouldn't be nothing to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Jade's an attention seeker.
Jade.
She's jealous
Jade's an attention seeker. Jade, the beauty queen, she's an attention seeker. We don't like Jade.
I think Jade's just a copycat.
Amelia's the real thing.
Jim,
Jade's
let's
just
talk
a
to this
copy.
chap. He's
I
got
want to know
leather.
what these babies are
He's
saying
got
about.
leather.
He's wearing leather. He's wearing a Shelley. Budge up. We
Let's
love
go, boys. What are you going to say, buddy?
What's happening?
I think, fair play to her, I'd definitely give her one. Come on.
I've got to be honest, we came over with such high hopes for you, and all you've done is let us down by being men. Shame on you. What about Victor, the brother, watching all this go on? Helen, what do you think about all that?
Yeah, well, because he kind of put her down in front of the others around the pool, but that's just what brothers do, isn't it? That's just a brother-sister thing. I don't think they were all, you know, deeply going on about it, that it was a big bad thing, but that's what my sister did that to me for years. Shut up in front of everybody.
Is it tough on Victor watching it, sir?
I think so, yeah.
Can I just ask, are these your fags?
No, they're not.
Are they your fags? Are they your fags?
Who's?
Just ready to go at any time. Just ready to get some in the lungs.
No, I think Victor's jealous. I mean, Helen's right, yes. I mean, there is a sibling protection sort of thing. But I think he's...
There's a man talking here. Stig's talking, all right?
Yeah. I think he's overprotective. And I'd just like to say, the girls who are making the comments about Amelia before, they're reacting exactly the same as the girls in the house. They're jealous of her good looks, they're jealous of her talent, and they're jealous of her ability.
Guys! Chill!
Whoa! We'll all get a time, but there's only one man can ask and answer questions on this, and that's John Scott. John, I mean, what do we think about the other girls in there? Is she making a bit of a spectacle of herself? Have we seen that? I don't know.
No, I don't think she's making a spectacle of herself. Basically, they'd all love to be doing what she's doing, and I don't think the others have got the balls to do it yet. But I think slowly, when the boys realise that she's flirting with all of them, I think the other girls will come through and start their own tactics going.
What about the circus skills we saw tonight? That was quite impressive, wasn't it? I thought that was pretty impressive. What did you think, my man?
Yeah, absolutely. I think she's the real deal. Lovely looking, fit. What more would you want, honestly? Especially...
Okay, right, guys,
let's knock it off with the tit stuff, yeah?
Oh, really letting us down. We're really trying to bring the conversation around to talent. What about their talents? That was a question I was asking. Just talk about her tits. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling nutsy. Really nutsy. I need some exclusive VT. Roll it or run it. I couldn't give a shit.
Housemates. I'm very impressed with how you look, but unless you do any moshing, you're not getting any prizes.
No.
Are you scared? Fucking mosh!
Oh, go fucking...
Whoa, wow. So there we saw it. Kelly Osbourne's been doing it all day.
How do we think the Hijackers have been getting on so far? Any favourites?
Matt Lucas rules, top quality. Wicked.
And what about Alan Cumming?
Yeah, he was well good.
Oh, yeah,
he was well good. Helen, what have you thought about the Hijackers so far?
The Hijackers very good. Ian Wright surprised me a little bit because you thought it was all going to be wacky, but he did all that sensory stuff as well, so showing there was a serious side to Ian Wright. That Alan Cumming stuff was just too damn hard. Right, you've got 45 minutes to do this, and stay in character, and then told them all off at the end and went, no, you're going to have crusty Bob roll.
But the talent, use it. I mean, come on, they're not talent shows.
But they're not all actors. Let me say this on behalf of me and Matt. Acting is very, very hard.
Very, very difficult. Very, very
exceptionally difficult.
Now it's time for the mouthpiece, the bit where you at home can be heard over this bunch in here.
Your oral musings are all well and good, and don't forget that you can also record your thoughts and feelings about Big Brother on video and upload them to the website.
Here in the studio, we're not really bothered about what you've got to say. However, it's Fabio Capello's first day in charge of English football, and we figured, hell, he needs 11 players, so we're going to impress him with our skills. Also, there's a list of destinations at the bottom of the screen with a big risk of hijacking. Here's the mouthpiece.
Bring in the goalie, bring in the
I
goalposts.
think there could be a nicer bunch of kids. There's been no bickering, no bitchiness, no arguing.
They're a credit to their family and they're a credit to their generation. They're not up their own arse like some of your audience thought they were. I think the real celebrities are more up their own arse.
This is Jeff with a G. Liam's mashing the potato. He's really giving it some, and I'm wondering who's going to end up with hair in their dinner.
Yeah, I'd just like to stick up for my friend Jezza. He's not arrogant, and when people get to know him, they will see that he's coming out of his shell. It's not money that's got him where he is, it's pure talent, which is the exact reason why he's in there. Loving it this year, guys. Come on, Jezza. Bye.
I'd like to know if anybody else thinks that Amy looks like a very young Debbie Harry. Can anybody else see that, or am I the only one? Let me know. Bye.
Hello, this is Jeff with a G. OK, so you're going to think I'm picking on Liam, but he's just about to have a bath. With his hair tied up in a bun at the top, he looks like one of those pencil trolls.
Wow. Incredible game. Well, that's all we've got time for in part one. We'll be back in about 4 minutes for more of the same. Now, if you're thinking of changing the channels, don't. Because when we come back, we are all going to be naked. If you don't believe us, we'll see you in 4.
In a hijack situation, should you always comply with the hijacker's demands?
Well, it depends what they are, really.
Welcome back to Big Brother's Big Mouth. Now, I know that before the break we said we'd all be naked when we came back, and obviously we're not. Now, we were all naked and it was all good to go until this man started touching people. And when I say people, I mean me, and when I say touching, I mean bumming. We thought it was all getting out of hand, so it's clothes back on and we can only apologise for letting you down. However, to soften the blow, still with us are Helen Chamberlain and John Scott.
And we've got Renter Prick's busiest clients. It's the Big Mouth audience. Now, earlier on tonight, we saw Liam drop this bombshell.
I'm trying to have sex with a cushion.
Now, in an amazing Big Mouth exclusive, on the line from a secret hotel because he's just told his story to the News of the World for a 5-figure sum, is that Cushion. He should be on the line right now. Can you hear me, Cushion?
Hello, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Call me Peter.
OK, Peter. Peter Cushion. Thanks for joining us on the line. Now, I know
No problem.
What?
It's not a problem.
OK, now, how do you feel after watching tonight's show?
I feel a bit violated, to be honest. A bit cheap.
OK, well, do you want to just tell us, you know, best you can, how you got to know Liam?
Well, back in the summer of 2001, after I left uni, I was working at the Oasis Holiday Park.
OK, and what was your job there?
Just used to sit on the sofa, really, and make people feel more comfortable.
And how did you first meet Liam?
Well, I was working in the chalet that he was staying in that summer. Came home late. He was just on the sofa, you know, I was relaxing. I'd had a couple of drinks, I'm not going to lie to you. I heard the key in the door and Liam saunters in and plunks himself down next to me.
And what happened then?
Well, before you could say I've got an overbite, he's plumping me up. He's got his head on me and he's giving it the big I am about having 12 employees and, well, mugging's earfuls for it.
Now, I know this is difficult, but what happened next?
Well, he started rubbing me and kissing me and he undid my zip and, well, that was it. You know what Liam's like, every hole's a goal.
And have you had any contact with him since?
Couple of texts. But he made it quite clear I was the only thing I wanted him for, you know.
Well, thanks for that, Mr. Cushion, and I really hope that everything carries on.
It's not a problem.
What?
It's not a problem.
Right, it's the Cushion, everybody. Big stuff, big stuff. Now, earlier on today, Matt and I were down the gym working out, as we always do, with Akon and Patricia Routledge. And Trish said, if you could have any celebrity hijacking the gym, who would it be? Well, Akon ummed and ahed about it, Matt couldn't think for shit, and I was too busy enhancing my fierce guns. So Pat said, sod you lot, I'm going to ask some of these guys what they think, and that's what she bloody did. Run VT.
What would you personally bring to a hijack situation?
I think organisation.
Calmness, I think. Things like crushing their heads.
Which housemate would you most like to be hijacked by and why?
I'd probably have to say Jade. Not that I know her, but I think kind of at least you'd be stuck with someone who's quite pretty.
Parliamentarian John, man. I want him to be president of the world. He seems like a cool cat. He's only 19 years old, and I don't know, something about him. I think we'll all see him in the future.
Which housemates would cope best in a real-life hijack situation?
Well, Anthony would do well because he's a boxer, so he'd sort himself out. And Jeremy's a racing car driver, so he'd just drive away.
How would you react to a hostile hijack situation?
Depends how long it lasts.
I think I'd be very scared.
Panic.
I'd kick the fuck out of them all.
There you go, all of that filmed exclusively by Patricia Routledge. Now, the House has thrown up a few potential fumbles, but has anyone actually found real and lasting friendship? Go forth and show thine some bonding.
Run to the vizzle, tea to the izzle.
Brap!
Who has bonded the most?
Jeremy, Nathan, and Anthony.
This is a male bonding session. Yes. Sure.
Like, Jeremy just is so dry with his humour. He's awesome.
Jeremy is my dude. Jeremy from the camp.
I think my brother's in a little bit of a group.
I think he's one of those people who's got a place in the group, but he doesn't always stand there.
Fucking hell, this guy's fucking mental but wicked.
I feel so dumb in this house. I really do. Kind of constructing sentences is so difficult. I don't know why. I love you guys.
Did you hear this impression of you?
No, I love you guys.
Thanks, shall we, ladies?
Let's go, let's get it done.
You two can be my little bitches.
Oh, little Liam. Now, we've called this discussion, and the clique shall inherit the earth. Or shall they? Helen Chamberlain.
Yes.
Hello, darling, how are you?
No.
Now, Nathan, Anthony and Jeremy are starting to bond. Is that because they are the most laddish guys in the house?
Yes, I think it's because they're the most laddish, but I also think it's because they're the most normal.
OK, do you think there's going to be a cockfight, Captain Scott?
Of course there will be.
Yeah?
Of course there will. But I don't think it'll be through the people you think it is. I don't think those three boys will be the ones. I think it'll be Liam and John and people who start invading the alpha male space.
Are we talking gang mentality?
Of course we are.
Jim, gang mentality?
Gang mentality, do we agree? Is there a gang... Really, have they formed a gang yet, or are they not just really good mates?
I think they're quite good mates, but I think there are the alpha males. I think there's the people you actually said about. I think they have bonded together, and some of the girls are sort of round them. But there are some isolated characters as well, so they...
What do you mean, like Liam? Liam looks quite isolated in there. What do we think? What do you think,
I
Stig?
don't think there's any groups formed yet.
Right.
I think the three are... beginning to form into a group, but I think John thinks he should be the alpha male, but of course he's not going to be because he doesn't command the respect of everybody else. Liam is the outsider, yeah.
You think
he needs
Liam
to get more involved? I think when everyone's in the living room and he's in the bathroom going meow, get involved. I mean, you're on Big Brother. Get in there.
Is it not difficult for Liam because he doesn't have like a talent that he can show so much? And is that what? Whoa. Buddy, I love your enthusiasm. I love it so much. I think it's amazing. But, like, until that's there...
Right. I personally think that, talent-wise, Liam is in the best position. Everyone else can pick and completely destroy the talent in that house. Liam is a bit of a mix, so it's going to be very hard to pick one specific thing away from him.
Really? But do you not think all that stuff, the talk of the sexual prowess and how many people he slept with and stuff, is him trying to make himself 40 boys and 20 girls?
Well, yeah, I know he's trying to say that, but, I mean, you don't need a talent to talk to people. Or, I mean, I don't know how he says he owns a company and he manages 12 people. How can you do that? He doesn't even know how to talk. He talks to himself.
Helen,
so.
how do you think he should incorporate... How do you think he could incorporate himself into the group more? What do you think he can do?
Do you think it was 20 male cushions and 40 female cushions or something? Do you think
It's
he's gonna
certainly
be
possible.
It's certainly
I mean,
possible, yeah. It's that and computers, really, isn't it? It's that and computers.
Yeah, but that's it. But, you know...
It seems quite tough in there for him, though, sometimes. When he was sat on his own, I sort of felt a bit sorry for him. What did you think, John?
Well, he wears those stupid pants, doesn't he? When he lies on the sofa in those, like...
Trust John
cartoony
Scott to
pants.
see the fashion. He sees nothing else but fashion. Go on.
Well, no, but if anybody, if you cop off with someone, you take their trousers off and they've got pants on like that, you're not going to go there, are you? So he's always going to be an outsider.
Is that true, Helen?
I've called many a taxi.
Because of the pants?
Just because of the pants? Wow, that's amazing.
But our friend in the front row is right. If this guy manages 12 people, then he must have people skills. He must be able to
Yeah,
communicate.
but you've not seen those 12 people yet,
That's
have
right.
you?
Maybe they're
What
just
about
online
the
friends.
girls in there? What about the girls? How do we think they're getting on? Are they getting on as well as like perhaps those 3 boys that we talked about? What do you think?
I think like boys just bond naturally easier. They kind of don't have that same. They just I don't know. Boys just bond over easy stuff, whereas girls are a bit more kind of tentative around each other and want to figure each other out and think that they're lying and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Do we think that Amelia's going to cause problems by kind of flitting between the 2 groups? Yes, why is that?
Because the boys have kind of bonded and they're the cool ones. And as a girl, you'd want to be part of that cool gang. So the girls will try and get in there, and Amelia's friendly with all of them, and she'll flirt with all of them, but then she'll be the one left on the outside at the end.
Well, she needs a fag, so...
Great. Now, that's all we've got time for tonight, so it's time to say thank you to tonight's guests, Helen and John Scott, and, of course, the ever-faithful studio audience.
Don't forget to watch E4 tomorrow. Dermot's back with Little Brother from 7:30, and we'll return with Big Mouth at 10 p.m. sharp.
We'll see you right then. Don't you go anywhere.